Hey everyone, it's Bitcoin Brian here with Bitcoin Fam, and today I'm going to do a video on the crypto market and where I think things are going in the next few weeks. So if you could hit the bell notification, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all of that'll really help us out. So, before I get going with the video today, I have to put out the disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Just my views and opinions. So, if you do decide to get involved with cryptocurrency, make sure you do your own research. So, let's get right into the video. I'm going to go ahead and pull my screen up here. Here's the market cap right now. We're at like 3.5 trillion. So, still over $3.5 trillion. And you can see Bitcoin right now is right around 102,000. Yeah, so to me, market's been going on a downtrend lately. And I'm going to just get right into the charts here, and we'll look at the charts real quick. And then we'll go back into some more news and data. So you can see here is the total crypto market on the weekly time frame. So you can see back here, October 2023, the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, we saw a great boom, in the up direction, which we always like. And then we had like this bull flag, and then it just continued up, and then another big bull flag. But you're looking at that forming over a matter of like 4 or 5 months, and then we went up again, and we made another new all-time high here. So our old all-time high was just right at 3 trillion. And then we almost made it here, and then we kind of got rejected, went back down, and then we blew by it. And we actually got up to like almost 3.75 trillion, and that was back almost a year ago now, 11 months. And then we went ahead and made another new all-time high. So looking at this, you can see it's stepping up. So really what we're doing right now is we're testing this level, like the 3.2, 3.3 trillion dollar support line right now, which is coinciding with the 50-day moving average. So we're hoping this is going to hold this support. For some reason, and I'm looking at the long time frame, right? So we definitely have to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. So, but if this level does break, more than likely we're going to go back down to like at least down to like the $2.6 trillion mark. But I'm hoping this holds. What I'm thinking is we're still going to see some downside. If we go into the daily chart, we'll look at the daily chart real quick, and you can see on the total market cap on the daily chart that it is actually testing resistance right now on the daily chart as well. It's already broken down below the 200-day moving average. So this is, to me, a very critical time here. If this does break, like we saw in the weekly, we have more downside, significant downside that's going to happen. But if it holds, then we still have to break up back above the 200, 20, and 50-day moving averages. So I'm concerned, and my gut feeling is telling me we're going to start going sideways in this area between like the 3.25 and 3.75 trillion dollar market cap. That's my guess. But if we go to a couple of the other charts, like we'll look at the total 2, which is excluding Bitcoin, does not look good as well. It's broken well below the 200-day moving average. I could see this going back down to, right around $1 trillion market cap. It's just things are not looking good in the charts, folks. That's all I can say. To me, they're not looking good. Definitely a downtrend. We can go to the total 3. We'll remove Ethereum and Bitcoin. And also there's another one I can use. It's total 3 ES, which removes Ethereum and stablecoin. So we'll look at this, and you can see it's just the altcoin market. And let's zoom out here, and we're going to go to a weekly time frame. To me, I mean, this is almost like a double top here, and usually a double top is a bearish signal. I'm concerned, but you could also look like this is almost an upside down head and shoulders, which is a bullish bullish term signal. But anyway, the way it's looking, we have more downside here. Definitely more downside. I think, you know, really, could the market go down? We're right at roughly 630, 35, 40 trillion. We're just going to go here. And if we went down to the 200-day moving average, so realistically, if this doesn't rebound, if this 50-day moving average doesn't hold, and this does not rebound, we could have another 25% downside on the altcoin market, which is kind of depressing. But anyway, we had a hell of an uptick. You could see, actually, we're just going to go back to here from October, November, roughly this 2.5 months time frame. It was a really nice time for us, you know, the end of 2024. Almost like that was the peak of the market. I mean, in that 2-month time frame, roughly, we went up over 120% on the altcoin market. Pretty crazy stuff. So now, I mean, definitely looks like things are going down. And then I'm just going to look at some of the large cap. Definitely look at Bitcoin right now. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. We'll see what's happening with the dominance on the market. My guess, it's going up. If everything's going down, Bitcoin is not going down as much as the altcoins, because we can see, and I'll go back to the altcoins after, from July, roughly, it was July, end of June, beginning of July, that it peaked, Bitcoin's all-time high, and then since then, it's down like 13, it went down like 13% or so. Again, this is on the week dominance. So that's when, if you look at the charts, I bet you that's going to, you know, coincide with some of the altcoins bumping up, but that was going down, losing some dominance. Now, as you can see, everything is going down. So Bitcoin's dominance is going up because it's not dropping as much as the altcoins were. And then you can see that more so on the daily chart, where it's broken above this resistance. Now could Bitcoin spike up? We all know Bitcoin broke 100,000. A lot of people didn't think that was going to happen this soon, but it did. It could have been like a huge buying opportunity, but here we are. You look at Bitcoin on the daily chart right now, it went down to 99,300 or so, and you can see where it's gained some back. So we're up around 102,000. But is this going to go ahead and rebound? Because if you look at this again doesn't look good to me. We're gonna go back down to like 96, 95,000. Like, this is going to continue down. We can look at the shorter time frames just to see what's going on there. And this, let's zoom out a little bit for you guys, and you can see that it's a lot of resistance. It doesn't look good to me. Could we have a bump up and gets back up to 108,000? I think so, but I don't see Bitcoin going back up anytime soon, which doesn't mean that it's not a viable option right now. If people are just building positions, dollar cost averaging on the way down is just as good as dollar cost averaging on the way up. But nothing looks good right now, even on the weekly. You can see the weekly, to me, this definitely it's already touched that. I think it's going to go back down again. We're going to see some more action down here. And if this breaks, like I said, if the 100,000 breaks, I mean, really, we're going to see like 95,000 in play. If that breaks, we could see it go all the way down to like the 85,000, mid 80s. So what I'm doing right now, personally, again, not financial advice, I'm not really buying anything right now. I'm just kind of stashing cash, and in a sense, just putting it into USDC and platforms. You can get 4% return on that. So at least I'm making something. I'm not worried or stressed about, oh, I got in and then it's crashing. I'm definitely not looking at buying anything right now. At least for the large caps. And real quick, since we'll look at one more large cap, we'll look at the Ethereum chart. And you can see same thing. I mean, Ethereum went all the way up to here and made an all-time high, right? Almost hit 5,000 back in August. And since then it's been going down. And it's at a very, very key level right now. You can see this line. I'll just draw a quick line for you guys. Right? Whoops. Like right in here, that's a key level there. You can see all the times like it hit, was resistance, and then broke above, and then broke down below, and then hit it again as resistance. It's kind of resistance, resistance, resistance. And then we broke up above it, and we stayed above it for a little bit of time, but now we're going back down to it. And now we're hoping this line will hold as support. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, if that doesn't hold as support, our next level we're going to see Ethereum go is probably down to around the 200-day average, 200-day moving average, around 2,500. So in general, the market is trending down. I know I have some coins that I'm still in profit. So I've been watching coins and taking profits where I can right now. I don't want to leave profits on the board because before you know it, those profits will turn into a loss. So just got to watch the market really closely right now. And you can see just some major news, you know, there's stuff about everything going on. There's still regulatory policies happening, institution and technology developments. There's a lot of stuff still happening pro crypto behind the scenes that we don't see. You can see like the latest news and update. This is on CoinMarketCap. You can find a lot of news and stuff. A lot of U.S. Supreme Court ruling on tariffs may trigger a fiscal shift. There's so many different things. Circle revises term to permit lawful firearm purchases with USDC. So now we can buy firearms with USDC. That's great. Workforce reductions reach unprecedented levels in 2 decades. So that can also cause a downturn, you know, a bearish thing. People aren't working. So less job creations, but there's a lot of positive things going on in the crypto market right now. So, but overall, my market sentiment is we're going down some more. I don't think, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I do have some coins that I'm in the red. Of course, I'm not going to sell them unless they've stopped development, or I've lost confidence in them, or I think I can get a less of a loss, or if I want a tax harvest getting towards the end of the year. A lot of people might take tax harvesting, they call it. You go ahead, sell your losers, so you'll have some capital losses to offset your capital gains. So, and then you can just go ahead and move that into a different coin, or even Bitcoin, or another coin that you think might have a better chance for gains, or you can just go ahead and sit on it in USDC. Everybody has a different plan and different route they want to take to get to where they want to go. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I think the market is still in a downtrend, so we'll just have to watch it closely over the next few weeks and see where it goes. But if you could, before I leave, hit the bell notification, like, subscribe, leave a comment. All of that will really help us out. Thanks, and have a great day.